Is there a better feeling than getting a perfectly timed, totally naughty text from the person you love? I think not. Shakespeare had his sonnets, Beethoven had his symphonies, and you, sir, have a QWERTY keyboard in your pocket right now. I recently did a video about all the make or break rules of texting during the early stages of courtship. But then I thought to myself, hey, what about all the taken guys out there? You know, the guys who are in committed relationships who want to keep things exciting or maybe even bring some spice back into their love lives with their partners. My dudes, this video is for you. And to be fair, it's for all y'all, because no matter where you are in relating to a woman, this is gonna be some good shit. I'm not overpromising, actually. I came up with this whole system and it turns out it's fucking awesome. And the good news is that all it takes is the phone you already have in your pocket. In this video, I'm gonna tell you exactly how to text your wife, girlfriend, lover into bed. Here are the 4 types of texts that you must send in the order that you must send them to get her into bed. Number 1, text to tease and fascinate. If you want to get her heart bumping with a great text, the perfect place to start is with teasing and fascination. These are texts that build up anticipation and get her into the mood to receive something a little more risque. Think of this as like pre-foreplay. I've said it before, women take a while to get ramped up, and often the number one mistake that guys make is going from 0 to 100. So sending her a text that builds intrigue and curiosity is actually a lot better than just jumping straight for the dick pic. And this is for 2 reasons. First of all, you're not coming out of the gate too hot. That way, if you catch her at a bad moment, you don't need much of a recovery. The second is that women have vivid imaginations, and sparking them is a great way to get us turned on. In fact, you just kind of spark and then she will go ahead and light the rest of the fire. This is especially the case if you've been with your partner for a while and things could use some spicing up. The key with the teasing and fascination texts is not to get into the details. You're just sparking her interest. You're just letting her know that you have something on your mind and that it probably is not PG. Building this anticipation can be a huge turn on for many, many, many women. A tease and fascination text could look like, I can't wait for you to come home tonight, ... or I have something in mind for us later. These ones tend to be a little more on the tamer side. I mean, they're basically an appetizer to the main course. They're basically just telling her that there is a main course at all. But that doesn't make them any less effective, and this is the part where guys get it confused. Sending these texts let her know that you're thinking about her, and they invite her to start thinking about you too, which is where we begin, and allows us to move on to number 2, text to engage her senses. You've got her attention with a little bit of teasing and anticipation. Where do you go from there? You text her in a way that invites her sensory imagination to get involved. And again, this is a place where men just get it confused, so listen up. Men tend to be visual creatures, and some simple graphic imagery is more than enough to get them revved up, like one pic with like a little bit of nipple and it's game time. So when their partners, their female partners, minds tend to go in a different direction, they can miss that because women are just wired differently. And don't get me wrong, visuals can be exciting for some women, but a lot of women need more than that. They actually need to have their other senses engaged. This is why the dick pic is not number 1 seduction method and why I have literally never recommended it despite making hundreds of videos and thousands of hours and millions of views. When you're texting a woman to engage her senses, it is all about telling her something you want to do to her or recollecting something from the past in a detailed and descriptive way. It is about sparking her imagination that lives inside of her body and in her senses. To do this effectively, all you have to do is get into the details, but not the details like, I want to f you. The details like, I can't wait to get into bed and enjoy the feeling of your skin on mine. I look forward to the soft sheets wrapping around us, the smell of you washing all over me. See the difference? It evokes a specific image, and what you're really trying to do here is spark a fantasy inside of her, but a fantasy that exists in her body and not in her mind. So how do you write an effective sensory text? Simple. Consider all of the senses: taste, touch, smell, vision, and hearing. The more you include, the more she has to go off of, whether that's sending her a playlist or just describing how wonderful she tastes. All right, so we've got her anticipating. We've set off her sensory imagination, and that brings us to number 3, text to arouse her. So you've got her deep in the mood with your sexy and sensual descriptions, and chances are she is ready for you to get a little more direct with things. When sending these more sexual texts, it is really important to make sure that it is a good time for her to receive them. Consent is important with all of these texting types, but especially when things get a little not safe for work. Arousing texts are much more direct. They're hot, they're heavy. They're getting into dirty talking territory, and this is where you can pop in something like, I can't wait to f you, or I can't wait to make you come. The key to sending these is gauging your partner's preferences. So some women are okay with receiving one of these out of the blue, but most of them would prefer that you send text types 1 and 2 to get them warmed up first. The great thing about these different text messages is that you will learn over time what she likes and what causes her to get grossed out or feel disgusted. So make sure that you pay attention to all of her reactions and assure that she's into it. Also, great reminder that for all of these text messages, it's great to get consent first. You can just send her a message. Can I send you a dirty text? You're on my mind and it's not PG. Want to hear? There are a bajillion different ways to get consent, and 100% of the time it is worth it, because no one is going to enjoy a dirty text sent at the wrong time. Which brings me to number 4, text her taboo. Introducing a bit of kink is a classic way to spice things up in the bedroom or on the phone screen. But before sending her one of these, it's important to have a bit of a sense of what she's actually into. Taboo or kink is anything that has a sense of the forbidden or freaky, and it's very, very personal to you. It can range from fooling around in public all the way to bondage and BDSM and everything and anything in between. But you do not have to be into whips and chains, because kink is about whatever is taboo to you. So bringing a sense of taboo into your texting repertoire is a great way to spice it up. Say you have a big meeting and your girlfriend knows about it. You could text her something like, heading into this meeting and all I can think about is f***ing you right on the conference table. That's kinky. It's hot. It's taboo. You're not supposed to have sex on the conference table, and you're definitely not supposed to be imagining that during your meeting. So this is an awesome way for you to explore kinks and fantasies and things that you may not actually ever do in real life, but you get to fantasize together. And the reason that this is so perfect inside of this system is because it actually causes her to engage. You've actually taken her past the point of just plain arousal, which is great, and if we stopped there, amazing. But now we've taken it into the realm of things we're not allowed to do, things that would be really interesting if we did do, things that we would probably never ever actually do because we would get arrested. And once you're there, you're actually engaging different parts of her brain than you were if you just got her to arousal. So taking it this extra step, especially in text message, because it's just a fantasy. You're not actually pulling her into the conference table. You're just mentioning that. You're just pulling her imagination into the conference room with you. That is where you enter Master Jedi, sext your wife into bed, Master territory. If you want to be a sexual Jedi master, check out my high performance male coaching program, because I would love to train you in all of the ways of the Force, texts included. I'm Caitlin V. Please write in the comments below all of the fun, sexy, arousing, exciting, enticing, and sensual text messages that you compose. Let me know what I have inspired. I would love to hear from you. And while you're down there, make sure that you are subscribed to this channel so that you do not miss any other information to help you have the best sex of your life. Thank you so much. I will see you here next week.